We now move on to IELTS speaking part 2, and your topic is talk about a time when you gave advice to someone.
Yes.
Free advice, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So you should say who you gave advice to. Now, by the way, your cue card is in the past tense.
Okay.
So you will use a variety of structures which are in the past. Who you gave advice to, what the advice was, why you gave the advice, and how you felt after the advice.
Okay.
Right? So your time starts now.
Well, in my country where I am living, in Asian country like Pakistan, everyone is expert in giving advice free all the time. So I have no exception of it. I am also one of it. That's why I am also seeking always seek the person to whom I give advice. So today I would like to talk about an advice which I gave to my younger brother when he completed his matriculation exams. Although he was very tired of his study, but he pursue his career in relevant subjects. Then I asked him about his interests. He told me different things like engineering, like software engineering and computer programming and these kind of stuff. After that, I concluded that he is interested in computer studies. He was very good in computer in early days of his life. So I advised him that he should select a software engineer or a computer programmer. Then I researched by myself to discuss things with him. I introduced some things to him like Google CEO. He is a very young person, and he is also a motivation to the youngsters. Sundar Pichai, I think his name is. And after that, I showed him different documentaries on the Google and the facilities they offer to their staff, like gym facility and the good salary packages, so that he was come to an end that he select this.
Okay, he was come to an end. All right, you spoke for 2 minutes and overall you spoke fluently and you produced many good sentences,
Okay.
right? But I still found few grammatical mistakes. Like you said, one of it. I am also one of it. It
One
should
of-
have been one of them.
One of them, yes.
Exactly. Okay, then after that you said he pursue. It should have been he pursued.
Yes.
Then you said he is interested. He was
was
interested.
interested, yes.
Then you said he selected software engineer.
Engineering.
He selected software
Yes.
engineering or computer programming, like
Right.
that. He was come to an end.
So I said he selected his career as a computer.
Okay, so like he was come to an end is not good. You can say
Yes.
he concluded at
Sir, I have
selecting.
used conclusion once.
So, you know, examiner will just see the sentences
Yes,
you are making.
okay.
So these type of mistakes, but otherwise you spoke well and you spoke fluently and you covered the topic. Now we move on with IELTS speaking part 3. What kind of advice do parents give to their children?
Okay, parents are the mentors to the children, I think so, and they are the guidelines to their children. They can give all kind of advice to their children, like covering all the aspects of their life, like studies, which subject they can choose, like eating. They should eat healthy foods, and the choice of friends also. They should advise them what kind of lifestyle they children should adopt, and these kind of stuff, like they should not wander around.
How do experts give advice to others?
Okay, I think, in my opinion, advice to others is a very precious thing, and one should give them with this honesty. Like doctor has expert opinion for the patients, and the teachers has the expert opinion for their students. So once we should consult to once we decide to consult to the person, we see whether he is a good person to advise for advice or not.
All right, your answers should be concise and your answer must reflect the question directly.
Okay.
In part 3, don't just go beyond the topic.
Okay.
Whatever the topic is, whatever the words are, like how do experts give advice to others? Well, I think experts always give advice which is based on their experience.
Yes.
So something like that. Instead of just going and coming to the topic later on, and then I found pronunciation mistake. The word is precious. You're saying precious or something
Yes,
like
precious.
that. Precious.
Precious.
Okay. What advice do parents give to teenagers about making friends?
Okay. Teenagers group is a very critical group to handle. Actually, they are going towards the adulthood, and they have to decide so many things on their own. So a parent should give a free hand to them, but in a very
My
contained.
question is,
Yes.
what advice to
Yes, I am
parents?
coming
See,
to
you don't need to come. You need to
Okay.
start from there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's the problem at
Okay.
the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Parents should advise to the teenagers, like they have to select their friends in a very
All right.
sophisticated
Whose advice is more helpful for husbands, parents or wives?
for husbands.
Yeah. Whose advice is more helpful for husbands, their parents or their wives?
Acha sir, you are different. You are asking about a different question.
So what? You should answer the question.
Okay. Husbands, I think so. Both opinions should be considered. Like parents are more experienced and they can give a good advice, like which reflects all the scenario of the husband's life or the as a son life.
All right, okay, that's fine. So there can be anything like that. Now listen up. You speak well. You're very close to bench 7, but I have a doubt. Like if you're going to make more mistakes, it's going to be 6. But at present, I will rate you at 6.5. Okay, because of some of the mistakes, grammatical mistakes, number 1.
Yes.
And sometimes in part 3, your answers are irrelevant.
Beyond the
And you
topic.
speak a lot, but that goes into that distraction pile. So I'll give you 6.5. But if you improve these grammatical mistakes, you can achieve 7 as well.
Okay.
Right? Thank you.